Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Quarantine Cooking with your host and best friend, Bobbeh-D, Captain of the Guard, Chef to the stars. Today we're going to be cooking ramen, which is a bottom shelf type meal, but we're going to make it ultra super duper very good. If you just play along with me, you'll be eating like a king in no time. Eating like an emperor of Japan in no time, because ramen is from Japan. It is Monday evening. I'm cooking my dinner this time, even though I said good morning to you and I always post the videos in the afternoon. Good morning is just the thing that I say. So let's make some dinner. We're going to start by going over the ingredients, and Bomb Raw style, we'll put them at the bottom of the screen as well. A very kind Redditor, who I forget the name on screen now, instructed me to go over ingredients first and be sure to mention them all because I neglected to do that in the bechamel episode. So thank you to Redditor named above, and here are the ingredients. 1 clove minced garlic, one thing of ramen. It says 3 minutes, so that'll be the last thing that we cook. Also a jar of soy sauce, and I'm gonna be adding 1 or 2 of these dumplings. If you have frozen dumplings, they obviously add a lot, and they're easy to make, and you're not even making them. Also, forgot to mention, we will need vegetable oil or some other oil with a high smoke point. Butter will smoke and burn. We don't want that. I think that's all we'll need. Oh, also, 1 little pot with enough water to cover an egg. 1 big pot with 2 cups water, or whatever the ramen package says. 1 cast iron skillet that we will heat to a medium heat. We're gonna fry the garlic and the dumplings in it. So let's get started. Well, we'll start like this. Put the egg in there and turn the heater on. That burner doesn't work. We're gonna use this burner. Turn it on high because we're just boiling the water. So the egg is in there and the water is cold. We're gonna bring this to a boil. Then once it starts boiling, we're gonna turn it off, take it off the heat, let it chill out in the hot water for 6 minutes. Also, you're gonna wanna prepare an ice bath for the egg, because once the egg is done cooking for those 6 minutes, we're gonna drop it in the ice bath to stop its cooking process, because we want it to be exactly the way we want it. You can cook it any way you want. I'm doing a soft-boiled egg. Soft-boiled is great, and it is great with ramen, and if you go to a place and buy ramen for $12 a bowl, they'll put a soft-boiled egg in there. So we're doing restaurant style. So I put a little bit of the oil in there. That's probably a tablespoon. And then in the water, we're gonna add some of the soy sauce. Just a dash. There's plenty of salt and sodium in the ramen already, but we just want a little bit of that color, a lot of that flavor, because soy sauce is more than just salt. It's soy, and it really makes things good. Normally I'd put some fish sauce in here, but I'm almost out, so no fish sauce today, but fish sauce adds depth of flavor. Too much does make stuff taste fishy, but a little bit just makes it taste good and umami. So there's that as an option. Egg water is almost boiling, not quite yet. We're gonna add the flavor packet to the water. You can add less if you want, because we did add the soy sauce. And the flavor packet is oftentimes a lot of salt, but I'm adding the whole packet because I'm a gangster. Stir it around with a fork. I usually use a fork when I'm cooking ramen. Don't use it on a non-stick pan though. It'll scrape all the stuff off. But it's good on these. Just get all those flavors in there, because I want the noodles will soak up whatever's in the water. If it's just plain water, they'll just soak up the water and just taste like noodles. But if we add soy sauce and the flavor packet, they'll get a little bit of a chicken soy flavor going. Also, while we're at it, we're gonna add the minced garlic. Again, we don't want this, garlic gets bitter if you burn it. So we don't actually I don't even want to hear it sizzle, and we don't hear it. We don't got this too hot yet. Ooh. Don't touch the pan ever. I am, because I'm a professional YouTuber and garlic cooker. And we'll turn this up a little bit. And we bring it to a medium. We'll see how that does. I'm gonna add a little bit of hot sauce because I like things a little spicy. Might have been too much, maybe not. Normally I would suggest using an Asian style hot sauce. You can use sriracha if you want, but I don't have any of that, so I'm just using this. That's almost there, but that's boiling a little bit. Let's get a utensil. I got tongs. That might seem weird, but there's a reason for it. We're gonna use these later. I don't want to do a lot of dishes, so I'm not gonna use anything for just one thing. And I will be using the tongs for a more sensible purpose later. But they do their job here. I should have cut up some onion, thrown it in there, but I didn't. So we can't do that. I'll turn this down a little bit. It's getting a little warm. That is almost there. Once it's a rolling boil, that's when I usually take it off. And then you set a timer, 6 minutes exactly, once it's done. All right, those bubbles are starting to break on the surface. Okay, turn that off. Bring this off the heat. Hey Google, set a timer for 6 minutes.
All right, 6 minutes. And that's starting now.
Thank you so much.
I'm not quite sure.
I was gonna say a thing about always being polite to your smart devices, but sometimes, you know, we all make mistakes, right? That's kind of something I preach here a lot. So we shouldn't get down on our smart devices for making mistakes. They're only human, right? Garlic's starting to brown a tad. Brown is okay, but any more than that is gonna be bad. So I'm gonna do something dangerous and weird, and I don't know how it's gonna turn out here. All right. Yeah. The liquid will keep them from burning. Just let them relax in there for a minute. Maybe take it off the heat for a moment. I don't have anywhere to put it. It's gonna set it right here. That's safe. That's good and smart. Egg in the ice bath. Stop that cooking. And I scraped all the garlic and stuff in there. And that I was gonna add a tad of this to this, but now I don't have to. This is still hot. I'm gonna add oil back to it. So a lot of this water is gonna boil away. Let's actually turn that up now. If you want more of a sauce than a broth, bring this to a boil sooner before you put the noodles in. Ooh, that's starting to be bad. Here's our dumps. They are good. This is the brand I got. I get it at the Asian market. I don't know what it says, but it's really good. It's shrimp and leek and pork. Well, it says that. I don't know the brand or anything. Sineer comes recommended. We're having the egg, so let's just put 2 into here. Oop. Oop. Now those are basically giant ice cubes, so that don't melt. So they lower the temperature pretty quickly. But it looks like it'll jump back up. This is boiling vigorously. I'm gonna want those to cook for a few minutes before. That's like garlic juice or something boiling onto there, burning onto there. That's bad. I'm gonna scrape that up. And maybe it's not bad. We don't want it to get worse than it is though, so I'm gonna take this off the heat again. Alright, so this the liquid boiled down quite a bit. It's good. I wonder how many cups are in there now. Really? Just let this do its thing. I'll turn the heat off of these because I don't want them to cook fully. I'm gonna fry them in this pan, and then I'm gonna dump these over the top of it when it's ready. So I'm going to turn the fan on, which will hurt the sound quality, so I'm going to be away until it's time. Alright, so I took these out of their water. I don't want them to be soaking fresh out of the water wet when I put them in the hot oil, because that will explode, and that's bad. This is almost done. I think I should turn the heat off of that one. So all we have going now is this. This is there. Egg's still in here. I'm going to peel this soon. But here, I'm going to drop these bad boys in. Yeah, so just put them on a plate or something to let them dry out before you drop them in here. This is a fire hazard, the way that I'm doing this with the camera, so do not do this at home. Oh, baby. Yeah. Make sure they're in the oil. We just want the bottoms to get a nice little crust on them. Let those go for a moment. Quit doing, don't do dangerous things like me. There's the timer. These look good. The noodles are getting swollen. Forgot I had the fan on. I wonder how bad everything was. Ugh, sound issues. I like my noodles al dente usually, but Asian noodles I like them a little soggy because I don't know why I like it that way. Peel the egg. Let's peel the egg. Well, I'm not going to do that on camera. That'd be impossible. Perfectly peeled and rinsed. I can feel it being soft in the middle. Good. These guys, they're still sticking. Maybe they're just stuck. There we go. Yeah, they're done. Nice and golden brown. Delicious. Perfect. Okay. Now here we go. Ooh, baby. That's what you want to see and hear and feel and do. That's basically done. Alright. Now we'll bring this back over here. There we go. There we go. This is not ideal, but it's doing its job. Get up. Making a mess. Yeah. So the starch from the noodles thickens the sauce. You can see it's very saucy now and less brothy. And like I said, that's how I like it. These noodles do seem a bit overdone, honestly, but we can live with it because it's gonna fill us with food and delicious flavor. I am closing the tongs with my teeth every time, and it does hurt a little bit. There we go. Ooh, I should have put the egg in there first and poured that over the top. Because the egg is a little more raw than I would like it, I think. I'm just gonna put a little blankie over it. That'll cook it more. Let's clean up. While that's cooling, I'm gonna clean. It's a good way to not waste time, I guess. Alright, kids. Boop. Naruto likes ramen, so that's fitting. Hell yeah. Alright. It's delicious. It's gonna be good. Alright, let's just unearth the egg here. Put it in half. Oh. It's a tiny bit more done than I wanted, but it's really good actually. Yeah, baby. I don't want to eat these greasy wet noodles at my computer desk, so I'm just going to show them to you a little bit and then eat them on my own. Hi. And I'm putting the video up tomorrow, so I'm just going to do the recording of the talking bit, the ending. We'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, that's why I gave myself a 2-day gap. It's a little spicy, so breathing it in like that is a little rough. Look, it squirted out. Yeah. But that's why I'm not eating it here anymore. I'm just gonna eat one of the eggs. It's so good. Soft-boiled egg, man. Cook soft-boiled eggs on your own time, with your eggs. There's a lot of ways to cook soft-boiled eggs. Do a bunch as practice before you start making them in here, because it's still good if it's not done perfect, but it's so much better if it is. So practice soft boiling eggs. Leave a comment down below if you want a video about that exclusively. Maybe I'll test a bunch of different ways. That could be fun. But yeah, practice, find out how you like your eggs before you start putting them in here, before you make a meal out of this. Anyway, that's it for tonight. I'll talk to you in the morning. Hello everyone, I recorded the ending to the video earlier, and it is way too long. I didn't realize how long the ramen portion was. It's almost a full-length video, so I'm just gonna do an end card here. I'm gonna put up what I did perhaps on the next video. The next one should be quicker. There's a lot less moving parts in what I'm cooking next time. It's gonna be a steak. I know I talked about making cheap food, but steak is great. It can be cheap, and it's just great. It's a meal by itself. Vegetables obviously complement it pretty well. I'm getting sidetracked here. Thank you for watching. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, do all that stuff. Thank you so much. Tell your friends. I love you. Keep cooking. Love yourself. Better yourself. Wash your hands. Thanks so much. I'm moving a lot. Cutting this portion will be really hard because I'm moving so much. Goodbye. I love you.